Hello everyone, and thank you for watching. Once again, my name is Neferititi and I'm out here just soaking up a little bit of sunshine, but I wanted to make a quick video about practicing compassion. As a coach, I always talk to my clients about compassion versus sympathy, because I feel like sympathy is kind of a lower vibrational emotion or relational exchange, because sympathy pulls you into victim energy, right? On either side, victim, perpetrator, or kind of getting sucked into the lower vibration of whatever is going on. And I feel that like compassion is a much better, much higher frequency way of expressing that we are really concerned and care about people. So anyways, I wanted to give you actually 10 tips on how we can practice compassion for ourselves and towards other people, especially as we go through this ascension process. It's so important to practice compassion, right? To actually, be able to connect to another human being in that way and say, hey, I know what you're going through, but not necessarily giving them advice or telling them how to live their life, okay? So the first tip is practicing self-love. Absolutely practicing self-love is number one. Really, on any personal development list or process, self-love should definitely be the first one. However that works for you. There's lots of ways to love yourself, but that's definitely first. The second is meditation. I talk about this in my other videos, that meditation connects you to the oneness, connects you to the wholeness of what is. And so compassion is a part of that, right? Because if you're connected, then you're compassionate. And number three is to protect your sensitivity. A lot of us light workers, empaths, whatever you want to call yourself, we've always been very highly sensitive individuals, and that has not always been acceptable, right? Depending on what our family situation was or is, or how we were taught to view our sensitivity and our emotions. Should we stuff them? Should we express them? And so I think it's so important when it comes to compassion to protect your sensitivity, because that's how you're going to tune in to the frequencies. That's how you're going to connect and be able to, empathize with other people and really communicate that compassion, right? And the fourth tip is just random acts of kindness. I often will take, $30 worth of $1 bills and just pass them out to every homeless person I see as I'm walking down the street in the city. Or I might, give somebody a gift or a compliment or anything, really. Anything that's, an act of giving towards another human being is definitely going to be practicing compassion, okay? And number five is to be a positive example, to be the light worker, to be the light, to anchor that light. Now, this is multi-layered, obviously, but it's so important to be yourself and to allow other people to connect to that light within you, okay? Not to the point where they're siphoning it or taking your power, but just letting them know, like, hey, I'm here to anchor the light and I'm going to help you do the same thing, okay? And number six is sending out positive vibes. So we have been trained as a society, I believe, through media, through, well-meaning adults in our life, even as we were growing up, to judge everything that we see, that we hear, that we experience, and that includes other people. So I'm going to challenge you and challenge myself to send out positive vibes to people instead of judgment or criticism or fear or resentment. Just to be positive, just say, hey, I'm sending you love and light. Maybe that's all you can say, depending on what the situation is, but just allowing that opening for the positive vibes to go out and to send more light out into the world. Because when we're connecting to judgment and to fear, we're actually anchoring ourselves in that duality, and that's what we're trying to ascend from. That's what we're going to ascend from, is moving out of duality and separation and moving into more of a collective, compassionate, loving supportive energy, right? Number 7 is to learn the art of saying no. Just because you're a light worker, just because you're a sensitive empath, does not mean that you don't have the right to say no. If something doesn't feel good, it isn't good. It isn't right for you at that time. And say no. And that also includes allowing other people to say no to you as well, because they have that right. So just practicing that and being okay with the word no, okay? Number 8 is to really tolerate, okay? And when I say tolerance, tolerance, I don't mean that you're a doormat. I don't mean that you let people take advantage of you. What I mean is allowing other people to be who they are, allowing other people to go through their process, to live their lives. It's not necessary for you to try to live other people's lives, okay? Don't control anybody else. Control yourself, all right? And number 9 is to spend time alone, in solitude, not isolation, but spend some time alone with yourself so that you can really tune in and figure out what it is that you need at that moment, and actually tuning into the collective, allowing yourself to just be, right? Just to be. You're not doing anything. You're not, striving towards anything. Just 5 minutes a day. Just sit there and just feel what it's like to just be alive, to exist at this time, right? And finally, number 10 is to educate yourself. The more you know, the better off you are in all areas of your life. Education, and what I mean by education is not necessarily scholastic, but reading books, going to seminars, because we fear what we don't understand. And so reading books about ascension, reading books about aliens, reading books about spirituality, and reading books about personal finance, reading books about personal development, health, fitness, plant-based nutrition, or just nutrition in general, right? Educating yourself, because that allows you to be more compassionate. You understand more, okay? So I hope this video was helpful for you. If you've liked my video, please like it, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to book a coaching session with me, my information is in the description box below, okay? So thank you for watching. Have a fantastic new year, and namaste.